All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. You know what we do? We do that weekly, daily, anytime we can. We want to give you that real news all the time. So we had wild news yesterday. Now we got more wild news today. It's just not stopping. The nonsense is not stopping. These strongly worded emails are no longer working. You know what I'm saying? I'm shaking my fist. I'm shake my fist at you, Democrats. But the country's being ruined. It's being 100% ruined. Merrick Garland was testifying. We're coming to find out that Jack Smith didn't even he has no authority. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't appointed. Joe Biden's coming out and making, I guess, illegal immigration legal. He came out with executive order today. Looks like NATO is going to send forces to the front lines of Russia. What could possibly go wrong? But you know what I'm saying? It's just Tuesday, June 4th. We out here doing the stuff, baby. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever you're doing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and sub up. That's very important. We want to spread the word out here. So if you're watching, hit that like button, hit that notification button. It's free. And you're going to get rewarded from it. I promise you're going to get rewarded from it because that's what we're here to do. We're here to bring you that real news. We want you to protect yourselves at all times, too. Remember, it's a jungle out there. Got to protect yourself. It's just wild. I mean, I guess we'll just get it going. I mean, it's just wild that Merrick Garland out here is lying. You got the Hunter Biden cases going on today. Jill Biden had to leave the courtroom today because the FBI said, the CIA said this laptop was fake, but how come it's admitted in a court of law if it was fake? It's in evidence, so it's legit. So what's up with that? Nothing happens from that. Dr. Fauci testified yesterday. Nothing happened from that. Dr. Fauci might be on the hook for a lot of bad stuff. People died. Nothing. Alex Jones, he's going to get his studios, I guess, taken apart, and he's gone. He gets fined $1 billion. But Fauci, Joe Biden out here, LLCs, Hunter Biden's going to get off, right? That's how the justice system works. Donald Trump, 34 felony convictions. Gone with the wind, baby. Gone with the wind. Everybody that was around Trump has been convicted. Roger Stone, you name them. Go down the line. Steve Bannon, anybody. His lawyers, all of them. It's two tiers of justice. And it just, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to go to bed and wake up, and it's going to be the same corruption going on. People ask me why I'm going to vote for Donald Trump because he's a criminal. And I'm going to tell you know why I'm going to vote for Donald Trump? Because the United States government is a criminal, and it takes one to know one. You know what I'm saying? Chop that up, baby. Chop that up. Send it out. But that's what we're going to do. So we're going to uncover the truth out here. Let's just play Joe Biden. I guess they got to be hyping up Joe a lot lately. They're hyping Joe up. He's on some type of cocktail mixture, allegedly, I would assume. Because we all know the regular Joe Biden, for the last 3 years, he said he couldn't do nothing about the border. Or they were telling us the border was secure. And then the news got out. They were down by the border. They saw the illegals coming in. American citizens were dying. American citizens were being a lot worse going on. I don't know about worse being dead, but it's close. So you got to watch out. That's why you got to protect yourselves at all times. That's what we try to tell you. But now today, Joe Biden comes out and he basically makes illegal immigration legal. So for what I'm understanding is he's going to allow 3,500 people to come in daily for free. Just come on in. And then after that number, he's going to call their country where they came from to see if they'll take them back. That's his plan. And, of course, that country's going to say, no, we don't want them back, right? Unless it's somebody they want back. But the odds of that are zero, pretty much zero. So the United States of America is open for immigration. Come as you are, they would say. And I guess it's the downfall. I don't know what's going to happen. They're not going to be able to get to this election, right? They're no way going to get to this election. And you're like, Dan, you're talking out your ass, bro. What do you mean there's not going to be no election? There might not be no election. I don't know. I've never lived through times that are this crazy. Before, the corruption was all backdoors. You knew about it, but it wasn't so blatant. You know what I'm saying? And then when they got caught, there was some consequences. You know what I'm saying? There was some consequences. Now there's nothing. It's an open site. They do not care. They make the rules. They make the laws. Remember the whole PPE stuff? Oh, they all knew it. They all took the money. All the politicians took the money. I believe every single representative took money. You know what I'm saying? The COVID, man. Anybody see that new movie for that moon thing where I guess they're making a moon movie about going to the moon, but not going to the moon? It's got like, who's in it? Like Chris Evans? No, it's not Chris Evans. It's somebody. I can't think of it. Like Scarlett Johansson or something. I don't know if it's her. Maybe we'll do a trailer review of that later, I guess. I don't know, maybe. But I'm just on here rambling, trying to save America, but people don't care. They don't care. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We're going to send a strongly worded email. We're going to shake our fist. We're going to go to bed, and that's going to be it. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to wake up, and let's have some more corruption. But here's the great president, Joe Biden, Mr. President 46. Can't do no wrong. Let's hear what he said. He came out, and he talked to the American people here about how he's going to fix the border, and he's the only one that can fix the border. Let's see what this buffoon got to say.
Today, I'm announcing actions to bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum. Migrants will be restricted from receiving asylum at our southern border unless they seek it after entering through an established lawful process. And those who seek to come to the United States legally, for example, by making an appointment and coming to a port of entry, asylum will still be available to them, still available. But if an individual chooses not to use our legal pathways, if they choose to come without permission and against the law, they'll be restricted from receiving asylum and staying in the United States. This action will help us gain control of our border, restore order into the process. This ban will remain in place until the number of people trying to enter illegally is reduced to a level that our system can effectively manage. We'll carry out this order consistent with all our responsibilities under international law, every one of them. In addition to this action, we recently made important reforms in our asylum system, more efficient and more secure reforms. The goal is to deliver decisions on asylum as quickly as possible. The quicker decision means that a migrant is less likely to pay a criminal smuggler thousands of dollars to take him on a dangerous journey, knowing that if in fact they move in the wrong direction, they returned around quickly. And 2 weeks ago, the Department of Justice started a new docket in the immigration courts to address cases where people who've recently crossed the border and they make a decision within 6 months rather than 6 years, because that's what happens now. Additionally, the Department of Homeland Security has proposed new...
He's awful. I can't even have him on my thing. He just wants to destroy America, baby. Joe Biden wants to destroy America. Some of Congress was upset today. I was kind of shocked. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, this guy. But, you know what I really want to get into? What in the hell is up with the 37 people that tried to become the next president of Mexico, but they all unlived? And a lady won. Handsaball. She's Adam Sandler has a song about it, but I want to take a deep dive into that. I need to find some type of video on that, and maybe like Friday or something, get some people to jump on and we can discuss this 37 people that died trying to become the president of Mexico. I guess they all came to some unseen circumstances, so these things happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough world out there, baby. You in the jungle, baby. Protect yourselves at all times. But that's Joe Biden there. So basically he's saying that illegal immigration is legal now, right? up to a certain number, but they want to be able to make sure that they can handle the number. We can't handle the number. We can't handle the number. If they got no work visas, no nothing, they're going to... It's a burden on taxpayers sending money everywhere. I don't even know why we pay taxes with all this money going everywhere. All this money goes everywhere. Why are we paying taxes? Billions and billions and billions of dollars just go out. Just go out the window. It's out the window. Nothing. I go down the road and there's potholes. I go down to Seaboard Street and it's nothing but potholes. And that's like a main way to cut through. I mean, it has all the strip clubs and all the tattoo parlors. But hey, it doesn't have that much traffic. There's like a little railroad section next to the Home Depot. It's all potholes. Nobody cares. I could have used $1 million right here in my own hometown to fix my roads. But no, they had to go buy beans and bullets so NATO can send people to fight wars on behalf of Russia. What are they going to do with Russia? So they take Russia. We take Russia over, right? Then we got world dominance, right? Because we own Japan's economy, right? Basically, Russia is sort of like it's the last one standing of its own economy. I mean, what about India? I guess India's in on it. The Saudis and all that with oil. Maybe that's why we go EV. But like, we don't even want it. Don't even want your oil. We're going EV. I don't know what we're getting into. But it doesn't seem like a great place to have great grandchildren one day. Not the way it's going. From my great-grandfather to my grandfather was a big change. From my grandfather to my father was even a bigger change. And then from my father to me, it was sort of all been the same, except for then there's been big major events, We had a couple little wars, Desert Storm. You had Oklahoma City, you had Waco, and then the big one would be 9/11. And then it all changed. It all changed after 9/11. But I'm just out here rambling. Who knows what the hell I'm talking about? But here is the great Mike Johnson wondering why Joe Biden is just now taking executive decision. Let's hear what the Speaker of the House, the head of the GOP, right? He'd be the head of the GOP. What's he got to say? What's he going to do to save America? Let's see what he's got. This is that strongly worded email. He's going to shake a fist, right? Is that what he's going to do? Let's see what he's going to do.
I just want to tell you one important number, 126. It was 126 days ago today that Joe Biden said, quote, "I've done all I can do." He was asked about why he wouldn't use his extensive executive authority to address the border catastrophe that he himself created. And 126 days ago, he looked into the cameras and said, I'm out of options. I've done all I can do. He tried to convince us all for all this time that there was no way he could possibly fix the mess. Remember that he engineered it. When Congressman Siscomani said a few moments ago, he began this on the day he took office over 3.5 years ago. He walked into the Oval Office and he started issuing executive orders, dozens of them. We counted 64 specific executive actions that President Biden and Secretary Mayorkas took to open that border wide. They did it intentionally.
Isn't Mayorkas impeached? Oh, nothing happened, right? That's right. Carry on.
They engineered the open border. There's no question about it. The evidence is so clear. And now, suddenly, now he wants to issue some weak executive order. One executive order, supposedly to try to address the issue. It's window dressing. Everybody knows it. If he was concerned about the border, he would have done this a long time ago. And we don't know what's in this. The devil will definitely be in the details here, I can assure you. But from what we're hearing, it will ignore multiple elements that have to be addressed, the elements that were in our legislation that we passed over 14 months ago, to fix the broken asylum program, to fix the broken parole process.
That's all hearsay. See, he just out here hearsaying too. They don't care about us, baby. All you got to do is go down to your local store, make sure you get a clip in your ear with your number so we know who everybody is. That's all they want at the end of the day. That's all they want at the end of the day. And that's the way, unfortunately, it looks like we're leading down that path. Because let's get a little map break going on. A little map break so everybody knows where they are in the United States of America. This is a little map break. This is NATO proposing to put troops on the front line to start WW3. There it is right there. You got big Russia right here. Of course, this is Ukraine in the green right here. And they want to send in troops from Italy to Greece to Turkey so they can get in over there. They're going to come in through the Netherlands right up through the front. And then, of course, they're going to come over Norway into the Bering Sea, and then they'll have a way into there. Is that right? That's the way it looks like. So you make sure you protect yourselves at all times. It's coming. It looks like it's coming. How else? They can't have Donald Trump take over. They cannot have Donald Trump take over. You thought COVID was fun. Wait till the war starts. You know what I'm saying? It should be exciting. Should be exciting. Some false flags going off. Who knows what the hell's going to happen? But you got to protect yourselves at all times, baby. Got to protect yourselves at all times. I feel like a Jiminy Cricket quote would be great right now, but I can't think of it like if I make a wish upon a star, something like that. I'm going to find that. I thought it was a beautiful quote. And I don't know. What are we going to do, people? Put something in the chat. What are we going to do about WW3? Are we excited about WW3? I know people like some people are probably treating WW3 like they used to with, zombies. Zombie movies would come out. The Walking Dead. There's endless great zombie movies. And which way are they going to treat it, though? You know what I'm saying? How are they going to treat it? Maybe they're going to treat it like the zombies, they're putting nails in baseball bats. I don't know, setting traps, digging holes. I don't know, but it should be fun. It should definitely be fun. Prepare yourselves, because it's coming. But let's get into Merrick Garland, the Attorney General that is going up against Trump. He's still mad because he didn't become a Supreme Court justice. He thought he was going to be put on the map, but Thomas Massie basically called him out. They talked about Lincoln Riley, but I want to get into this. The Mac 8 stuff and all that was wonderful too. But let me get into the Jack Smith office. It's not constitutional. He wasn't voted for or nothing. So let's play into this. And let's get this going a little bit. And let's just understand what they're doing here. So this is all one big show. All your representatives are up there. And this is the type of stuff they want to give us. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're doing something good. But they're not. They're not. It's all wordplay. Nothing happens from it, right? Am I right? But let's play this because this is we got to pay attention to this type of stuff. You got to call them up. Got to call your congressman.
Asking the gentleman.
I have unanimous consent request.
Gentleman has unanimous consent request.
I ask unanimous consent to submit for the record an amicus brief by the former Attorney General Edwin Meese.
Without objection.
The question presented is whether private citizen Jack Smith lacks authority to represent the United States.
Why is Thomas Massie so
also
quiet?
ask unanimous consent to submit for the record an article titled, "Was it legal to appoint Jack Smith in the first place?" This is a Heritage publication.
Without objection.
I want to start by reading you the appointment clause of the Constitution.
Volume's low.
Article 2, Section 2, Clause 6 states, "The President shall nominate and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate shall appoint ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States, whose appointments are not herein otherwise provided for, and which shall be established by law." Are U.S. attorneys nominated by the President and confirmed by the Senate according to this appointments clause?
They are appointed by the President, confirmed by the Senate.
Wouldn't you agree that U.S. attorneys are held to the appointments clause because they are delegated some part of the sovereign power of the United States, such as the ability to make indictments and charge individuals with crimes?
I would say that those are not the reasons why, and a court has already ruled on the question of whether special counsels are subject to the appointments clause in the Mueller case, and ruled that they were not. Was Jack Smith nominated by President Biden or confirmed by the U.S. Senate? Look, you're asking me about a case, again, motions filed as just
This is
cited
a simple
in another.
question.
No, I'm not
Was
gonna.
Jack Smith nominated by President Biden?
No, he was not.
Was he confirmed by the Senate?
No, he was not.
When was the special counsel statute passed?
There is no special counsel statute. There was an independent counsel statute that was expired.
So it expired. So what gives you the authority to appoint a special counsel? You've created an office in the U.S. government that does not exist without authorization from Congress.
There are regulations under which the Attorney General appoints special counsel. They've been in effect for 30 years, maybe longer, under under both parties.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I guess the Attorney General could do whatever the hell he wants, but that's not the good stuff. The good stuff, they were nailing them all day. They were nailing them all day because we already see it. We already know what's going on. Matt Gaetz here. Let's get into Matt Gaetz. He torches Garland too. He calls out all the nonsense, and this one's a little loud, so we're going to make sure we turn the volume down a little bit on this, and we'll adjust it, but this is what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to your politicians. I know. We're going to go to bed. We're going to go to bed tonight. You're going to wake up, watch this. You're going to go to work. Got to tune in, baby. We got to tune in. It's the only way we're going to get out of this. It's the only way we're going to get out of this.
This is communicating with these state and local prosecutions against Trump. You can clear it all up for us right now. Will the Department of Justice provide to the committee all documents, all correspondence between the department and Alvin Bragg's office and Fonnie Willis's office and Letitia James's office?
The offices you're referring to are independent offices of state.
I get that. The question is whether or not you will provide all of your documents and correspondence.
Hell
That's the question.
no.
I don't need a history lesson.
Well, I'm going to say again, we do not control those offices. They make their own decisions.
The question is whether you communicate with them, not whether you control them. Do you communicate with them, and will you provide those communications?
You make a request, we'll refer it to our Office of Legislative Affairs.
But see, here's the thing. You come in here and you lodge this attack that it's a conspiracy theory, that there is coordinated lawfare against Trump. And then when we say, fine, just give us the documents, give us the correspondence, and then if it's a conspiracy theory, that will be evident. But when you say, well, we'll take your request, and then we'll sort of work it through the DOJ's accommodation process, then you're actually advancing the very dangerous conspiracy theory that you're concerned about. Now, you were a judge, once nominated to the highest court.
That's true. That's true. I mean, if they didn't want the conspiracy theories about us talking about, because the third in charge left the Department of Justice to go to New York to get Trump. So got to be careful out there, baby. Got to be careful out there. It's peace and love, baby. It's peace and love. It's peace and love. I'll see you all tomorrow, baby. Stay safe. God loves you. I love you. God bless you all. Peace, baby. Peace. And we out of here, baby. Enjoy yourselves. Like and sub up, baby. Like and sub up. I'll see y'all mañana, baby.